Lovely morning. Hopefully everybody's getting all ready for a nice, exciting day. Another new day in the market. A lot of good action. Market down about 200 points. Good to see you too, Robert. What we got here? Philip, everybody, Alan, James, Will. Hope I didn't miss anybody. But it's good to see you all back. We had a great class yesterday, by the way. If anyone is missed out yesterday in the classes, we had some really good examples. We had that buyout that happened we had yesterday with Save. And what an unbelievable run going into it. It got halted yesterday. I just want to bring this up and show you what happened here. So rumors a buyout from, which is Spirit Airlines. I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you, I will never fly Spirit. Everybody I heard that flies Spirit, it was like the worst. They just, next thing you know, you think you buy a plane ticket for $20, $30. Next thing you know, you end up paying, $150. They even charge you to bring a cup of coffee on there. I don't even know. But anyway, they're interested in it. So anyway, Save had a really nice pop with that news that came out with JetBlue. Stock went from 21, got halted twice, went all the way up to about $28. You had about a minute or two to get in. There were other stocks that were moving with it. American Airlines, you could see right here, had a nice little pop right here. That one, nice little Fausto flag. Delta didn't move too much. Delta didn't pop too much. But United move and American Airlines, all of them did move. Did Save move? Save, yeah, the Save, not the Save. What was the other one? There was another one I was looking at, UAL. I think that one, yeah, those didn't really move too much. But American was the one that kind of moved the best. But yeah, there was some really good videos there. If you missed it, if you're a student, you have access to it. If you want to find out more about it, just feel free to come and join us and talk to the education advisor, tell you a little bit about it. Anyway, there were a couple other stocks that did make some decent moves too. We had SBFM that also moved pretty nicely. This stock. Apparently, I don't know, the rumor is a cure for cancer, whatever it is, 4-cent stock, 5-cent stock in less than, 2 months. Stock almost hit 7. That is unbelievable move, right? That's probably the biggest move I've ever seen for a $5 stock and get gapped up and do that. But stock obviously hasn't really gone anywhere. It must be for real, So SBFM, nice little mover. It not only became a day trade, but it became a good swing trade, more of a swing trade more than anything. But sky's the limits. I remember trading one stock. Grant Brockway, you were there when I first met you for the first time. We were down in we were at the Money Show in Orlando, and we traded the stock. It was a CGI. It was actually one of the stocks I bought one of my Rolexes from. Stock started about like $60, went to about 500, in 3 days. And one day it went to 300. It was just an unbelievable stock. It was a CGI, one of those stocks. I know it was one of those pharmaceuticals. Unbelievable run. And, a lot of it is short squeezes. But what happens when these stocks usually go up like this, when they hold like this, the longer they trade there, the better it is. So that one moved pretty well. DDL, another nice mover in the morning. You could see that. That stock had a nice pop from $4 all the way up to here on the left-hand side, went to about $6.50. And had a nice little push going into the close. That actually was probably one of the better ones out of all of them. We missed out in the afternoon hours, but they all kind of like backed off, when we got close to it. And then OX, another nice little move early in the morning. That went from $12.50 to about $14.50. Had a nice little shake too, and then it popped. And LC, was it LC? No, right back to wrong. LAC was another one. That was a really nice short right there. Beautiful short. You can see that thing just came down gorgeous. Look, beautiful. Just kept trending down, all the way into the close. You could have jumped in in the afternoon meeting, even jumped in at 35. You still could have made about 50 cents on that one. So that one moved pretty nicely. But most of the action, you could see that's why early bird gets the worm, or we say here, early bird gets the money right here at the open. So that pretty much does it what happened yesterday. Now let's just turn the page and forget about what happened yesterday. Let's focus on today. Today's a brand new day. All right. And we do have a couple of stocks that did move. Listen, a lot of the stocks that we found yesterday that were moving, that were in the B list and the C list, end up showing up on the A list, right? So, and that happened. So let's talk about the A list and we'll work our way down the B list. So the big news today is earnings came out really well on TLRY. So what is TLRY for some of you don't know? Pot stocks, okay? Listen, we talked about it the other day when Congress passed, to decriminalize pot in the United States. I know in Canada, we have a lot of Canadians here. You traded there. That one did really well. For some of you that are new here, never seen this stock before, we did really well with the stock at one point. Last year, stock ran from like $10 and it ran all the way to 65. I mean, these are the stocks that we trade. I mean, not only was it a day trade, it was a swing trade. I think we all got a little bit of a piece of it, but that was a really big short squeeze. Now, for some of you that might miss this stock right here, listen, if one stock comes out with really good news, then the industry will move. Some of you learned that already with the energy stocks. We see what's happened with oil. The energy stocks are doing pretty well, and there was energy stocks that we traded that we did phenomenal on. But let's talk about some of the other pot stocks that might follow along. ACB is one of them. CGC is another one. These are all pot stocks. Crone is another one. Okay, you could see how that one kind of moved a little bit better, and then the growing stock at GRWG not really going anywhere. That great, but the other ones obviously moved a little bit better. TLRG is probably the biggest one out of them, all of them. Now, you could see it right here. It is the 6th biggest percentage gainer on the NASDAQ. Okay, so there it's moving it pretty well. Looks like it's starting to make a higher low. But let me tell you, at 8:30, when that stock made a really nice move from 7.50 up to $8. Some of you did really well did well this morning trading that stock right there. That's right, they beat earnings, and that's really, and let me tell you, that's really big news. When a company beats earnings, that's really the true growth of a stock. I'm not here to educate you guys about book values and PE ratios and how they come up the formula what the stock is worth due to its outstanding shares and so on. But anyway, earnings are very key when it comes to it. And we know what's really big with pharmaceutical stocks. Company loses a drug, we see them, they don't come back, they get destroyed. So anyway, we're going to keep an eye on this stock. There's a couple other ones I want to keep an eye on. BBAI is another one that's moving. Oh, look at that. She just popped right now. What do you know? That was at the morning. I wrote it on the A list. And as soon as we started, damn, that thing just ran from 3 to 16. Holy crap. Nice little move. That was the next one on my list right there. I guess it started right when just program trading kicked in right at 9 a.m. And there it goes. A couple of stocks on the B list I want you to keep an eye on. Mobq. I like this stock right here on the B list, because it had a really nice push right here at 160, went to about 280, big runner. It's holding it pretty strong. Let me check over here on level 4 for some of you. OMBQ. It's pretty funny. The BBAI, if you notice, when I tweeted it this morning, I put it on the watch list. That was one of them, but I didn't have TLRY because that was earnings TLRY. But the BBAI was really there earlier. And once again, if you're on YouTube, Facebook Live, if you logged in and joined our trading room, you would have been part of that group that jumped in. Listen, it's all about being at the right place at the right time. A lot of action does happen in the pre-market. But this one right here, I like it because it got destroyed from $10, came all the way down. One of the first days that's up. If it can it'd be nice if we build up this gap fill right here, but looks like it's still got some resistance levels it could test. You got one right here around 280. I'm going to hop over here on level 4. Not really sold. There was a big iceberg order right here for about 50,000 got filled. That's probably why it came down right here. You got a 22,000, 18,000 share seller out there just following the money. seeing where the orders are. And let me tell you, we learned a lot yesterday how that really worked out in phase 3. So be very careful, be very focused on that. INDA is another one that showed up on my watch list. This stock is up about 20%. Tier size are really small. It came down a lot from 430 all the way to 350, which I don't like. That's why I put it on the B list. But what I do like about it, this was a stock that we traded it back in November. It ran from $8 all the way to 16. We know it's going to be probably extremely volatile. For a stock to move that much, that means outstanding shares are pretty tight. 2.6 million shares traded. Just made a little bit of a pop right here. Might be more in the category 3 for some of you traders. So don't let, just because the stock is cheap, doesn't mean that it's not super duper volatile. Okay. So if you were here with us back in November, definitely do what we taught you. Go review your journals, and see how you did on it. Because that's really will let you know if you want to trade again. And then Boyle on the swing trade has just been doing unbelievable. Boyle just has not stopped, from that $30 price range when we called it out. Things already at almost 70 it hit. I mean, this thing is just unbelievable, doing great. Regarding some of the other stocks, you will know about the news on Disney. Okay. Now Disney's got political, and you know what? The last thing you want as a major company is to be in the news, okay? And being very divisive. So, you know what? News came out, and stock, obviously, you could see we've been, people have been shorting it, and hitting almost this 44. I don't know when it actually came out, the news. I don't know if it was beginning of March when he made that announcement. When it was at 150, whatever. But it's not a big mover, but it does got some support levels here at 130. So you still got about $4 to test to see where it's going. You got resistance here at 135, but looks like there's big supports here that could break a 52-week low. So, like I said, don't pick sides. Okay, just follow the money. That's where it comes down to it. So Disney is still on that short list that we've been looking at. All right, and listen, the more they talk about it, the worse it's going to get. Actually, I think I just heard the mayor of New York City, our new mayor, just did a couple of banners in Florida to protest regarding about what's happening with that. So that just adds to the fire of more and more divisiveness, which means more shorting. So last you want to be getting involved is getting the news. When you get into the news, sometimes they always say bad publicity is good publicity. Well, not in the stock market. You don't want bad publicity in there. So anyway, we got a couple of stocks out there now. Listen, we always find new things that do pop up. We'll go out there and share it. A couple of big things I do want to announce before we all sign out and get ready for the market opened up. Today, Josh is going to be doing a major workshop today, okay? Starting at 12:30, all right, on YouTube. He's going to do a beginner guide for high yield crypto in investing. So if you're, Josh, he's very thorough, one of our, great educator here at Cybertrade University. He trades with me in the room. So don't miss that at 12:30. If you want to know a little bit more about crypto, you want to know about high yield crypto, you want to know, listen, there's so many ways of things that go on. Definitely don't miss that. It's going to be streaming live on YouTube at 12:30. And then I am going to be live on the Wall 365 today at 4 o'clock. So there's going to probably be, last time I was there was about 1,500 people in there. Okay. It's one of the biggest events that we do, one of the big expos we do online, probably one of the largest in the world. So, Josh, Rich just posted up in the trading room. Rich, could you post that in the also? Oh, you did already? I think Rich already posted that. There we go. He posted it up right now in the YouTube channel. So feel free to register for those events. Listen, the best trade you could always make is get educated. And you have to listen to a couple of people over and over again to kind of feel who you feel comfortable with. It's like your doctor, right? You know what I mean? We all get sick. Everybody always tells you different stories. Some people you like, some people you hate. Some people you trust, some people you don't. Some people have a good record, some got a horrible record. But you can't go out there and try to diagnose your own sickness. So when it comes to trading, you want to learn what's going on and how these people make money and lose money. These are the events that are very, very critical you be there. So go out there, make sure you register for these events. And in the meantime, market opens up in about a little bit more than 10 minutes. We'll see you then. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, we'll be back here at 2:30 for the second half of the trading hours. But remember, always here every morning at 9 a.m. and 2:30. Just please like us and friend us, and feel free to come and join us whenever you want, or maybe do a trial. And if you're a trial member here at CTU, I know we had a lot of people that signed up yesterday and last week and so on. Very important. Make sure you book your appointment with your education advisor. Make sure you talk to them. They're going to tell you exactly what you're getting in the room, so you know exactly how to trade and what to expect. Just please don't buy anything. You're only here to watch to see if other traders are successful at it, because I know we all hear these, people don't make money doing it. Well, here's your chance to see the truth. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. See you in a little bit.